Good afternoon, sir.
I think
साडेतीन झाले. तर खाली होतं.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You are audible.
Shall we start, sir?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Or
Sir.
Ganesh, sir?
Very, very good afternoon, sir. Sir, it's
Good
our privilege that you are joining the Zoom meeting at the scheduled time.
Ganesh, sir, am I clear? My voice
Yes,
is clear?
yes. Absolutely clear, sir.
Okay, because I could not hear your voice properly. My voice is clear.
Yes, sir. Absolutely clear.
Acha, thank you. So you may start if the
Sure.
expected participants are there.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And what is the time allotted?
Sir, 1 hour.
Okay, till 4:30.
Yes, sir. Till 4:30.
So till 4:30 you will be free.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Ma'am, please.
Kade ma'am. Yes.
Good
Kade ma'am.
afternoon. Dignitaries, invited guests, and faculty members, research scholar. It's my immense pleasure, everyone, on the behalf of Research and Development Cell of P.R. Kote Patil, College of Engineering and Management. I, Anuradha Kade, welcome you all for the third day week online FDP on research methodology and use of ICT 5th to 25th Feb 2023. First and foremost, I welcome Kumarji Kote, President, and Honorable Mr. Shreyas Kumar Kote, Vice President of Educational and Welfare Trust Group of Educational Institute, Amravati. I also warmly welcome Honorable Dr. D.T. Ingole, Principal, and Honorable Dr. Mohammad Kote Patil, Educational and Welfare Trust Group of Educational Institute, Amravati. I extend gratitude toward our today's keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. Principal of Professor Ram Meghe Institute of Technology and Research, Bandera, Amravati. I also extend my warm welcome to all our valuable and the academics, researchers, experts, and all the respected deans, HODs of member for this FDP, and also thank them for the giving. Today we have with us our renowned and Honorable Dr. G.R. Bamnote, sir. Currently, sir is a principal at Meghe Institute of Technology and Research, Bandera, Amravati, having taken 2 years. Sir was elected as a Dean of Faculty and Engineering Technology of the University Amravati and has worked as a Chairman Board of Studies in Computer member of Board of Examination, member of Academic Counseling, member of Board of Study, and member of Standing Committee of Santa Gadge Baba Amravati University, Amravati. He is recognized researcher, computer science and engineering and information technology. 9 scholars has been under his guidance. Currently, 8 students are pursuing their PhD work at Santa Gadge Baba Amravati University. He has published 88 research papers and has presented 127 papers in national international conference as an author and co-author. He has 7 patents to his credit. He has received ISTE New Delhi Bapu Patil National Award for Promising Engineering Teacher for creative work done in technical education for engineering. IETE Brigadier MLA Anand for the development of application of networking and internet with emphasis used in everyday life and commercial in 2006 of the year award on 28th September in 2019. He has life mission is to identify problems in life and find out solution through research, make life comfortable, especially using the soft computing techniques for the internet. Taking much time, I welcome to a such dynamic personality to share his knowledge on significance of literature review survey in research. Please, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for this wonderful introduction. Have you made me host so that I will share the slides?
Yes, sir,
sir,
you
you
are
are
already a
co-host.
co-host.
Is the slide visible now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I hope I am visible and audible. My slides are visible and I am audible.
Yes, sir.
So, convener of this STTP on STTP, which is 1 week, rather faculty development program on research methodology and use of ICT. The convener of this FDP, Dr. A.B. Gadicha, sir, who is head of the new department, A&ES. Convener, Madam Sontakke and Madam Charjed, sorry, coordinators of this, and all my colleagues and participants. I see a lot of names in the list. Maybe those in the list, those participants, might be they have heard me on some similar topic. Gadecha sir has asked me to speak on the topic significance of literature survey in research. And then I said, don't know whether I will be able to speak on this literature survey, because he said that there are some participants which are also undergoing the coursework, and they will like that it should be from the syllabus of research methodology. So Gadeja sir, please excuse me. Maybe I will not be talking much on the topic of a literature survey, which is there in the course of our what a coursework we have for PhD. But then I will share the material, the slides, which has been then prepared by Dr. P.M. Jawandia sir and his research scholar Sujata Dore madam. So that maybe either I will share it, or on as I have learned that this is second or third day, on fourth day or somewhere, Jawandia sir will also be there. So you may ask him for the complete material on the literature survey, which is part of your second unit. There are, I think, 5 units, and in second part, before problem definition, and so you have the literature survey. So before we begin, see that when you prepare any topic, anything, the first thing is awareness, and then you have to plan the things, and then you need to prepare it. So really, I am thankful to the coordinators and the convener for arranging the FDP on such a wonderful topic, so that awareness of research, awareness of the ICT tools which will be required will be there. And when you start anything, you need to have a proper planning, and you need to prepare so that you are then perfect. See, whenever we think of anything, or when we talk of anything, now this is all outcome based education, and whenever we start, we should start with the learning outcomes. So what the rather the participants of this online meeting they will be able to. So as I said, though this is part of the course, the participant will be able to know the source of literature, various referencing procedure, identifying the research areas from literature review, research databases. But then, as I admitted, I will not be talking much on this. I will be talking on the general topics. And then if you want, I can share the presentation where all the detailed material regarding this topic will be there. So introduction, literature review, source of literature, various referencing procedures. And then the other topic is in note 2, maintain literature data using in note 2, identifying the research areas from literature review and the research database, and how this literature review and database will be useful. So that maybe I will just pass you the material, as Gadeja sir said that this will be just for the our research. So maybe all this is second or third day. I think it started on 28th, so it must be the third day. So from last 3 days, you have been discussing much about this research. So we will not be talking about much about the definition. So it is because it is related to the literature review, and what you have to do is research is undertaken, systematic activity undertaken in order to increase the stock of knowledge. There is already a stock of knowledge, you need to increase the order, including the knowledge of everything, because research is not just then limited to engineering and technology, cultural, society, and you need to devise new application. So, and when we say this, we say that this is study, whatever everybody has done and think, and whatever nobody has thought. So many times when we say research, so it is to travel through a survey or a travel through or a survey. And our topic is the literature survey. And it is not that this word research is new, because we have been using many times. We use it many times. We say investigation is going on, probing is going on, testing is there. Nowadays, even I say I have read research and then I talk. I will do the research and I will talk to you. Even if you want to discuss on some topic, so we say we have done a lot of research and then I am talking to you. And this is there in 3 steps. One is you should ask a question, pose a question. There should be some question, there should be some problem which is to be addressed. And then you need to collect the data to answer this question. You need to collect the data to solve this problem. And then you have to present an answer to the question. So first is you should have a problem. You should have the data which will be there, which will be needed to answer, to solve that problem. And then you need to justify your answer. So there is always in research, there is why, how. So identify problem, create, give innovative solutions, which nobody has given earlier. And for that, you need to understand the previous work. And here it is what we need to discuss, what our topic is. The hypothesis which is there, you need to test it, analyze the data, and then you need to publish the result. See, literature review. For anything, you need to give literature review. You need to give a theoretical background. You need to give background that somebody else has done this. Otherwise, if you don't give any literature review, any references, so they will not believe you, whether it is a novel work or it will maybe fetch some Nobel Prize. But then people should start believing it. They will start believing when you give them the literature support. And as I said, this why and how, this is not new to us, because starting with our nursery, when we start, the boy or girl starts speaking, or the first, probably in nursery, you have this twinkle, twinkle, little star. A nursery, what is called a rhyme. So how I wonder what you are up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. So twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So starting at the childhood only, we ask our children or teach them that they should start with research. They should start with how, why, what. There is a quote by Kipling. Exactly, I don't know this researcher, but then this researcher has given a quote. You can read it. I keep 6 serving men. They taught me all I knew. Whatever I knew, so that it taught by this 6 serving man. And who are these men? Their names are what, and why, and when, and where, and how, and who. So this what, why, when, where, how, and who will be teaching always whatever we know. So when you pose the question, we need to get the answer. And this research is what we said, this is a change This is to give something, and what for betterment, maybe betterment of mankind.
Excuse me,
And
sir.
hi, yes,
Sorry to interrupt, but your slides are not visible. Means
they are not visible.
Sir, actually, only first slide of slide visible.
Ah,
If you are next slide is not visible. Only the window is visible. Your
so what you can
PPT window complete.
okay,
Slide
what
is not moving, sir.
huh?
You are in this first slide.
Huh? It has stopped somewhere.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
Just stop
free.
sharing.
Acha, should I
Yes,
stop sharing and then
Yes,
start
exactly.
again?
Sir. Exactly, sir. You stop sharing, sir, first.
Or? Okay, I will switch off this video also so that maybe it will help. Thank you. Is it visible?
still not, sir.
Yes, sir. It's service.
Is it visible?
Sir, complete window is visible. Slideshow is not visible. Slideshow is not visible. It is showing complete PowerPoint window.
So what can you read it?
Yes, sir. FTTP significance of literature survey only by Dr. D. G.R. Bamnote.
No. Then there is some problem with it.
Sir, please click on slideshow.
Is your slideshow on, sir?
Yes.
So it is not showing even complete full screen slide. It is showing only in the PowerPoint only. Full
Sir,
screen
actually,
slide is not visible.
Okay.
share your screen, sir, not particular application.
Okay. See, I'm doing the same thing. I have opened the window and then I put share. You are screen sharing. That message I have.
Okay.
Is it?
The screen is visible now. So can you please change the slide?
Yes.
Sir, just once change the slide, sir, we can see just whether it is changing it or not.
Yes, I have changed the slide.
No, sir, not visible. Still, only first slide which was there is visible.
Okay, can I set this on the email and then you share it and then from here, will it be or can you suggest
Sir.
something?
Yes, will do, sir. So can you please click on slideshow button?
Bottom right corner, sir, slideshow.
Yeah. That's what I did. I will stop sharing. In show.
So instead of sharing your full presentation, once you click on slideshow share screen button, then go on to the full screen. It will there. Once you click on the share
See, I have
tab.
a screen, share screen.
Yes, exactly, sir.
There, I have one participant can share at a time. And then I have got a window. Your screen share. Your screen sharing.
Perfectly.
Hmm?
Screen is visible.
You cannot see it.
The screen is visible, but when we are playing slideshow, it is not visible. The slides are not changing. The first slide itself is shown. Other slides are not. Now it is visible, sir. We are changing it.
Is it visible now?
Have you stopped sharing, sir?
Yes. What you can see now?
First slide.
Now?
No change. No change, sir.
Is the next slide away?
No, sir.
I'm changing the slide.
No, sir. I think some network issue might be there or something.
Or sir, you
Now-
can choose option.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Now they are changing. I think some network issue is there.
So all the participants, nobody can see it. दिख रहा है कुछ?
Lights are visible, but it is not
Sir,
being
yes, sir.
moving to the next.
It's a come over the screen.
Who can share? Host only, all participants. Okay. Is it visible or nothing is visible?
The slides are visible, but slideshow is not.
Sir, now it is showing learning outcomes slide on the window.
But I don't have that.
At the end of this presentation, this slide is visible. Research.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Perfect.
Is it?
It is perfect. Yes,
Now,
it is
now,
perfect.
yes, sir. Perfect now.
Read something.
Research, any
Yes, sir.
creative. Yes.
Okay. This.
Now it is perfect, sir.
Yes, sir. Now it's working, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I was talking of types of research. Can you read it? Slide is visible?
Yes, sir. It is
Changing.
visible.
Changing
Ah.
something for the better.
Okay, good. Thank you. So academic research applied. So academic research, when we talk of academic research, changing understanding and improving the knowledge. Then applied, changing the practices. Industrial, applied research done at some company or some industry. So many times it is, when we talk of thesis and all this, getting degree, PhD. So that is our, many times we say it is academic research. And that is based on changing the understanding and improving the knowledge. So the literature is there. You need to first understand it and propose something. You need to, if you want to change or improve it, enhance it. So that way we have, or make it efficient and improve knowledge. And this is what generally we do in a PhD program. As such, PhD is a non-structured program. Actually, if we take this case or before, say 2016, when the UGC gave the current, what we have now, the guidelines. So earlier it used to give the guidelines for PhD, and earlier it was not a structured program because it was all related to guide. You need to find out a guide, for search the guide, decide a topic, and that it was between you, your guide, and the research lab. Now, after the regulations of PhD came, say maybe in 2016, it has become little structured, we can say, for 6 months, you have to do a coursework. And this will be, as some of you are going through a coursework. So it is a coursework, there is an admission process. There is a coursework for 6 months, under which the first thing is you have to go through the research methodology, and then a course, and then the ICT tools, and the other 3 other modules. So that way, though not completely structured, but then things are becoming that now the PhD will be little bit a structured program, and there are lot many advantages, because without advantages, generally we don't do the things. So PhD is the highest degree, the one can, a formal degree one can earn. A PhD scholar makes original contribution to the body of knowledge. So this is expected. And it is expected that he or she should master a specific area in the subject. If PhD is in some subject like say machine learning, or maybe agriculture or something, so it should it is expected it should master a specific area. And the thing is, ultimately he or she should contribute to the society. And of course, when we say we are learning, and throughout the life we need to learn, so it is a humble beginning in learning. And when you do this, when you spend say 3 or more years in this journey, it should be an enjoyable experience. And once you complete it, it is a feeling of exploration, excitement, and of course there are many challenges, and this will not be there unless and until you have your involvement. So it is a feeling of exploration, excitement, challenge, and involvement. And once you achieve it, so there is a huge happiness, enormous feeling of achievement on the award of the degree. And that feeling, that achievement, it lasts for the lifetime. And generally, when to start, we will not be discussing this much, because most of you might have started because you have, maybe it is not out of compulsion that you are here for this FDP. So you have already started. And if you have not started now, right now, delaying it is risk to your success. And there is no need to plan out or spend a lot of time planning, waiting, or occasion. Or those who have not yet registered, or those who have not thought of going for PhD, they can even start, because once you start, and when you have, when you think of, you get, you need to have, as I said, the research problem which need to be addressed. Selection, maybe this must be a separate topic of a discussion. So we will not be discussing much, but then those who have registered, so that process, though I said it will start from your 3rd or 4th module, but then it starts before formal registration, because at the time of interview for this admissions only, the people sitting there, the part of what we call as the research advisory committee, they will ask you in what is the topic, in which area you need to do research. So you can go through a number of journals, conferences, proceedings, and whatever material you have. You can discuss with the fellow researchers who are working in the domain of your interest. Maybe you can go to the net, or you can attend workshops, any FDPs like this. And once you get interested in some topic, start presenting the seminars or discussing this topic, so that you will be more focused on the on this domain. Initially, when you start, So there will not be any new things, but you can go on replicating the things, copying the things, model the things, simulate things, see the result, see what results comes out of just copying the things and then modeling it, analyzing the result. Try for a number of contribution to the reported those results. You can analyze it, then you can give your own contribution to it, make few changes, go for some local conferences, start some conferences, start with publishing. Or even if you are in the teaching domain, maybe you can use your classes, your students, so that you can share what knowledge you have gained. Then choose a topic. So once you have choose a topic, it will help you to go for the research. And here, maybe these are my views. I say common mistakes. Maybe this will not be applicable, or it is not then necessary that you will also agree with me. The common mistakes, which I think, this is extending thesis work even after PG. I had one of my colleague who said that he did a good work in his PG. He did his post graduation from NIT, and then he said that he want to continue the same work. And that colleague started working on the same work, extending the work which he did on the postgraduate. And it was like self-plagiarism, because when he wanted to write, he thought that he had done all the things needed, which was there, what ideas he had, it was already implemented during his post-graduation. So I think is extending PhD work, extending the work even after whatever you did for your ME dissertation will not visible. And again, choosing a obscure, irrelevant, non-compelling, so that we generally don't do it. And another thing which I think is, don't let your PhD guide choose research topic for you. Maybe if you are working somewhere in IITs or somewhere, who the guide, they have many research topic and they are expert in the domain and they know the problems, so they can always guide you. But generally what we have at this university scenario, because most of us, if I am speaking, if I take my example, actually I am appointed for UG courses to teach UG. I am expected to teach those BE student, and then maybe because I have the PG courses, I teach to the PG courses also. And then I get a chance, opportunity to guide the PhD scholars. So maybe what the main job is for me is teaching the UG student. So that way I will not have time. I will not say the teachers, they will not be capable, but then they will not have time to search a new topic or something new. Maybe they can give you idea, but then you see the feasibility. Don't depend on the advisor. So he should be only your guide. He should show you the way, how to do, what to do, and then choose the topic yourself, because it should be out of your interest. And the third thing is, don't be dependent on somebody. If you want to do something new, if you want to do something, uh, use a tool, some tool, maybe some language or something. So don't be dependent on maybe on your colleagues. Many times it happens. Or we, the teachers, many times we are dependent on maybe our PG or UG students. So they will help us in programming. So maybe you can tell they help, but see to it that you are not dependent. If it is on machine learning, do some courses, because now they are all available. All online courses, they are available, and see that your dependency. I don't say that there should be no dependency, but then at least it should be minimized. slides are visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so somebody is there who can hear me, who is listening me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, we all are listening you.
Okay, thank you. So scope for research topic. So too broad is bad because somewhere you have to put, as I say, a full stop. At the same time, it should not be a narrow. There should be not be many constant, and also even too unconstant is also not good. And there should be telescoping. So you should adjust it. It should not be when you want to make it little narrow. You should when you want to make it little broader. There should be adjustments. You want to put constants. You want to remove those constants. So telescoping is best. So thing is, involve yourself, read, write, do the literature survey, replicate whatever work you have, as we said, re-implement, re-derive, re-experiment. Start varying the parameters, assumptions, the environment. Start with simple parameters, add, go on removing the things, what assumptions you made. So our topic, what Gadich sir told me to discuss the literature survey. See that the topic has a clear aim. What techniques you apply, what are the sources, whether where you are doing, whether it will give you some fundings, or may there are many such institutes which can fund it. Think of what skill you need. Really, you are interested in this project. Will it of interest of others, of the society, or at least of you? So you may start with the smaller things. As I said, start with the simple things and go on making it complicated. Think of the simplest possible solution, add extra complexity. Achieve the simple version first. As you know, those who are teaching computer network, those who are taught, so they know building a reliable data transfer. So it starts with simple things. Things are simple. Whatever you speak, it is assumed that everything what is being sent is being received. The medium is such that everything is sent is being received from both the ends. But then think of there are errors, so go on adding error checking. Maybe there are some drops, or you need to have to go on adding a few parameters to it. So consider those parameters and wait, then back the things complicated. So the funda is read. So you need to read a lot of research papers. So this includes all books and everything, whatever material you have. So when you read those research paper, you will become expert. And when you become expert in that field, you can produce a high quality result like publications and everything. And once you publish the thing in good reputed journals, index journals, so you can always complete your PhD. And the thing is, everything should be clear. You have to write the research proposal, was what we call as the synopsis, where it will have all the clear aim, clear objectives, and even the methodology should be clear. And to have this clarity of research objectives, aim, objectives, and the methodology, we need to do a good literature survey. And always enjoy when you talk of the things, when you get involved, when you read the things, talk, discuss it, write it, write papers, go on publications. Now, what is the importance of the literature survey? Why we should have? The first thing is to create something new and useful to the society. this once you do the literature survey, that will be helpful for a comparison because when you propose something, you need to compare it. Generally, we say the existing system, and then this is the new system. So that way, there will be comparison. The complete literature survey, a useful literature survey, will enlighten the research scholar with all the details in the field of research, and that should be exhaustive. And just referring few papers, say 50, 75 or 100 will not do. It should be more exhaustive. And it is generally it is taken up reverse in time. I will tell you what is reverse in time. If you think of the base paper, most of the time when we ask about the research, or many times in ME dissertations also, we ask why, how you have done this, how you have got the idea. Either you get an idea and then search the literature, or maybe you find a good paper and which you call as the base paper, and see the first. When you see the papers, we see the abstract, whether it will be of any use to it. Once you see the paper, you will see the conclusion also, what conclusion they have drawn. And from that, you see the references. If you are interested in the paper, you will see the references. So there will be many reference paper which are cited in that your what we call as base paper. So we generally go through the list of the references, and there from those references we go again see what they have, those papers which are given in the references, how they are relevant to this, and then again in that reference paper we will find those references and go on. That way we go in the reverse, so from one reference to other and from the other reference to other. So that way we can find so many papers. So purpose of literature survey, one, the first purpose is it allows us to understand the research journey from fundamental till date. As I said, unless and until you show this literature review, you show this literature survey, nobody is going to believe it. So, and then it also helps the researchers. It allows us to understand the research journey from the fundamentals till what we call we need till date, what work has been done in this domain. And this will also help the work done. This will also help you to understand the research methodology, which you need to take up. When you will be writing the synopsis or the proposal, there you have to specify. As I said, with objectives, you need to give what methodology you will be using. So refer number of papers, and each paper we go through will always add something new. It will reinforce the ideas. It will make our ideas strong. It will, from that, we will understand what are the unsolved problems, what are the problems which are not yet solved, which should be addressed. And it will also give you some drawbacks. What are the drawbacks? What are the limitations? So this will be a very good source for the goals which we want to achieve. So this is from Pubrica, the image. So if you can read it, if you can see this literature review, it provides the interpretation of existing literature. So it provides the interpretation of existing literature. It helps in calculating the impact of the latest information. It helps in calculating the impact of latest information. Brings out the dialects of contradiction between various thoughts. So it brings out the discussions. What are the, when the unit, as I said, you need to discuss. So contradiction between there will be various thoughts that the same problem can be solved in different ways. This will also give you the research gap. We say, what is the scope for research? So initially, you can scrutinize those research gap initially or further, and this once you scrutinize, find out, so they can be further explored whether somebody has, if not in this paper, whether somebody has addressed this problem. So that way you can search, and that will give you the current research place, the current position, the current subject, indicate the current research place in the scheme of a particular field. And it also provides the information, how relevant it is, how connected it is, the connected information. So this will give you the interpretation, helps calculating the impact of latest information. Then out of discussions, what are the different ways you can find the research gap, the methodologies, then at what state of art is available, current research place, and then all the relevant information which will connect you to the research. So at the end of the literature survey phase, what we will know is the background. So background means that will be all the information which is required to begin our journey into research. So that will make our research very clear. That will make us the research very clearly available. Then the research methodology, we can understand the research methodology and how to proceed with the research work. And the other stories, if you discuss with your colleagues or researchers, so their experience, their stories, which will be, which can act as inspiration to you. That will also help defining the goal, because maybe the as I said, the limitations of past researchers, so that can also be a good source of defining our new goals for the research. And the main learning stage, maximum of our research time must be reserved for this activity. So as I said, get involved. So literature review, literature survey. So maximum of the research time must be reserved for this activity. Generally, we say that we will at least need 6 months for making the literature survey, but then that is not true. Till we write the thesis, we are always, we get on, we find new literature related to the domain. So maximum of our research time must be reserved for this activity. And when you are writing the thesis, it is that 50%, many pages. If it is, suppose I say it is a 100-page thesis, so more than 50 pages will be what literature you have surveyed, what literature you have reviewed. So in general, it is usually more than 50% of the research time is required to understand the literature for successful research. So once you make a strong literature review, understand the literature, your journey, because after all, it will be just implementation, analysis, and things. So that will be easy if you have spent much of your time in the literature which is already available. And you cannot bypass this without a literature review, literature survey. As I said, nobody will believe you unless you give, sir, these are the references, this is what is needed, this is the theory behind this, I am proposing this hypothesis because this is the theory, this is there, somebody has said this. So there is no way to bypass this phase, important phase. And remember, there are no shortcuts while surveying the literature. If you make the shortcuts, so there are chances that you will fail in your research. So there is no shortcuts. And make sure to enjoy this phase of the research life. literature survey. It's important. So enjoy this phase, get involved, think of the domain wherever you get. Maybe when you visit some institute, when you some library, or when you are on net, or somewhere when you get access to IEEE or any such platforms or resources. So try to acquire many of this related and related literature, and of course enjoy this. What is this? A pizza boy with delivery, and I don't know much about this, but somewhere I have heard that when they say pizza delivery companies, they promise that if that pizza will not reach you in half an hour, so they will give that pizza or maybe dinner or something. They promise that they will give you free. An age where the pizza delivery companies promise you a free dinner if they take more than half an hour to deliver in this age is counter to mindset needed for research. This is just opposite of what you will not be rewarded here. As I said, spend much of the time in the literature review, in get involved, put time in research. It is not just a shortcut. You have, though you get a free dinner here if the pizza is late, but then if you are late delivering your thesis, your research work, so that will not add any negative things to it. Maybe even many times it happens that the researcher, they say they don't know where to stop. The guide has to tell, put a full stop. Otherwise, because you have become a master of that domain, and you have found that okay, though I have put say 4 or 5 objectives, but then I can address view. I have identified so many gaps there that I can always share. So maybe this you can give direction to the future researchers. So this was all what I wanted to discuss, and then as sir said, it will be just for 1 hour, and that so there were opinions. It was not possible for me initially. Some few slides they were not visible to it. If you discuss this coursework, so you have this 5 modules which I said: research methodology, ICT skills, recent trends in subject, literature review. So it is the module 4. So there you have to do a complete literature review of the subject, so that you present it and prepare a good proposal or synopsis, which the topic you have to present before the what we call as the research advisory committee at your research center, and then that has to be presented before the university research recognition committee. And remember that on your college or institute RAC, you have to present the things, whatever progress you did. There should be continuity, so that every 6 months make a presentation. Tell to your guide, tell to RAC, tell to the head of the department that you want to present the things. Unless and until your presentation will be there, you will not. Once you have compulsion, once you have decided that there should be presentation every 6 months, so you will work for that. And then again, you will have a pre-defense after because a gap of time of 3 years, minimum 3 years is given, 6 months for the PhD coursework, what we call, and then another 2.5 for the thesis. Then you present your draft thesis, and then when your thesis is evaluated, you will be asked for the open defense. So that is what I just wanted to discuss. If you have any queries or so, you may ask. Sometimes I have also discuss this rabbits. Maybe you must be knowing it. Rabbits PhD thesis. See, this is just for fun. Don't take it seriously. You must be knowing this story because we are part of the WhatsApp and we have many forwards. So such stories come. Have somebody read this? Must be knowing this. Yes, Charger madam want to tell something.
No, sir.
PhD का रजिस्ट्रेशन हो गया मैडम?
Yes, sir.
हो गया?
जी. Waiting for the result of course, sir.
अच्छा रिजल्ट ऑफ कोर्स वर्क. तो जब पीएचडी के लिए गए होगे तो ये स्टोरी पढ़ी होगी ना आपने? अच्छा ज्यादा सीरियसली मत लो, मैं सिर्फ ये शेयर कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि थोड़ा सा टाइम है.
जी सर.
In the picture you can see a rabbit and what you call it, wolf or fox. So there are a rabbit, he was sitting somewhere, उसको क्या बोलते हैं, den, somewhere near his hole, and he was typing something. A wolf came and he wanted to catch. So he said, don't catch me, don't eat me, because I am doing my PhD. I am writing a thesis. And the wolf, because he was surprised, a rabbit can do PhD or so he had a curiosity. He said, what is the topic? So he said the topic is how a rabbit can eat or a rabbit can destroy a wolf. So that is my topic. He said, what absurd. How a rabbit can eat or say, destroy a wolf. So he said, if you don't believe, come with me. And he takes him in his hole. And they both go in, and again the rabbit returns alone. And he start typing his thesis. So after some time, another, as I said, this was wolf or fox. Maybe a fox comes and then he asked the same question. He wanted to catch the rabbit, but then the rabbit said, "Excuse me, I want to complete my thesis." So he again asked, "On what topic you are writing your thesis?" He said, "How a rabbit." Again, the same topic. How a rabbit can destroy or eat a fox. So he again takes him and again he takes him and again the same thing happens. The fox don't return. And the thing is, inside the hole or the cave is a lion sitting there. On one side is a pile of fox bones. Other side is wolf bone. So at both sides there are bones. So thing is, as I said, this is out of just a fun. So it doesn't matter what your topic, maybe what topic is, but the thing is, all that matters is who your advisor is. So there, the rabbit has a lion who does the things for him. And there is another story. I said that if you are in teaching or if you have though I said that don't be dependent, but sometimes it's happened that there are some things which you cannot do. But if you have good students, they can always do. So the other story, maybe on the same lines, a lion is there and he sees some wolf or some other animal running. So he asks him what you are doing. He says that he's going to the town to have a watch to get his watch repaired. So yesterday he said that yesterday uh, my watch fell and then it is not working. My I have a lot many problems. Even my refrigerator is not working. My washing machine is not working. My son is ill. The lion says, I'm not a doctor, so I cannot treat your son. Neither I am a mechanic who will repair your say washing machine also. But then I can repair your watch. So the food says maybe you have powerful, what is it's called, paws. You can kill anybody with your paws, but you can even remove the bark on the trees. But I don't think this minute work of repairing a watch you can do. So he laughs. So he said, "Get me the watch." And when he gives him, he takes the wolf and the watch inside. And there, this scene is they have lot many maybe IEEE transactions and other journals and everything. Literature is all available there. The internet is there where you can search online things, whatever. A small rabbit sitting, intelligent rabbits. So that way you can have, though you want to do the things, if you have a good support, maybe this you can guide, you can give them all the resources. Maybe those your UG graduates, your UG students, they can do such a small things for you. So, but then think, I am of the view, don't be much dependent on this. So to summarize, if you are not started, start now. Have a clear, focused, worthwhile problem. Have a great literature survey for your successful research future. Make sure to enjoy the phase of this research life. And I wish you all the best. I am thankful to the convener and the coordinators for giving me a chance to be part of this FDP and share my views on the literature survey. As I said, this was not directly those contents. They were not directly from the coursework. But then I am thankful to Dr. P.M. Jawandia sir, the principal of PLIT Buldana, and his research scholar Sunita Dol madam. They have provided with the literature, the slides, a complete material which will be needed for this topic, which is there in your coursework. So either I will ask Jawandia sir to share this with you, or maybe Ganesh sir will be sharing this. So the complete topic, what is literature review, what are the advantages and everything is then which is part of your coursework. So that completely can be shared. research databases, research. So thanks to M. Javandi sir and Dole madam for this additional slides, which if you want can be shared. Okay, Gadeja sir, over to you or madam.
Yes, sir. I request all the participants, if they are having any query, they can unmute themselves and write. Then they can write in chat box.
Thank you so much, sir, for your privileged time and accepting our invitation for the session.
Thank you. Pleasure was mine.
All the participants, if you have any query regarding any point, you can ask or you can write the query in the chat box.
There are two things. They have either they have understood nothing or they have understood everything. Thank you, Madam Tuteja. I did. Yes, sir. Those slides I will share with Gadecha sir, or as I said, even Javandia sir will be there. So those slides which are will help you in preparing your coursework, which I said. So that can all that can be shared. So thank you, Gadeja sir. I think I will.
Yes, sir.
Stop
Kade
sharing.
madam, vote of thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts and deep knowledge about significance of literature survey in research with us. Your session was full of enthusiasm, valuable knowledge, and new ideas that ignited the mind of all the participants. It will be the great pleasure for us to listen to you again in future. Now coming towards the end of sessions, that is vote of thanks. On the behalf of Department of CSE, PR Pote Patil, College of Engineering and Management, Amravati, I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to all those who have directly and indirectly contributed to this session on significance of literature survey in research. At the outset, with my whole gratitude, I thank our chief guest and resource person, Dr. G.R. Bamnote, Principal of Professor Ram Meghe Institute of Technology and Research, Bandera, Amravati. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. We are thankful to our Honorable Chairman and Vice Chairman and Honorable Director, Sir, of PRPGEI of their inspiration and motivation. I would like to thank our Principal and Vice Principal for their enthusiastic and continuous support. And my heartfelt thanks to all the participants for their active participation in the session. Once again, I thank all who are directly and indirectly helped for this session successful. With the permission of chair, I hereby declare that today's session is over. Tomorrow's session will be start sharply at 3:30 p.m. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir,
Thank you
for
so
your
much,
valuable
sir.
time, sir. please mark your attendance. I request all the participants, please mark your attendance.
The attendance link is shared in the chat box. All the participants are requested to fill the attendance and give your valuable feedback on it. Tomorrow's session will start sharply at 3:30 p.m. So all are requested to join 5 minutes before.